Tekoah stood looking into the pond, but the reflected light of Anna's face was too bright. She lurched blindly away toward the darkest thing she saw, the Taboran wood. She ran into the trees and kept running until her legs gave way. She kneeled, chest heaving, on a small grassy knoll, and waited for death to overtake her. Still, when she looked up and saw the ring of mountain cats surrounding her, she was surprised at the sudden surge of desire to live, or at least not to die, this way. She sat very still, knowing there was nothing else she could do. The first cat moved forward out of the shadows of the tree line, and as the creature moved from the sheltering darkness of the shadows into the moonlit snow of the knoll, Tekoah saw that she had been wrong. It was not a mountain cat, for it walked on hind legs like a man, and its head was of a human size. Its paws were hairless, like hands, but the fingernails were claws, sharp and gleaming. Tekoah remembered suddenly her journey to the sorcerer's lodge and the sight of the dead face of Morag. This thing looked like Morag. This is what Zant had meant when he spoke of Morag leaving him a legacy, why he had chanted those terrible words over Morag's body. As these thoughts flashed by Tekoah, the thick, black lips of the cat thing drew back in a snarl. Tekoah backed away slowly, forcing herself not to turn and flee. She wanted a few more seconds, and she did not want to be taken from behind. From behind the first cat thing came 4 more, jostling each other. The leader let out a low, warning growl, his message as unmistakable and timeless as the wilderness itself. Stay back. The choice parts are mine. In a flash, in the second before she saw the cat creature crouch to leap, she thought of the Anniste murders, the claw marks on the women, and there was no longer any doubt in Tekoah's mind that they were the creation of Zant, for the sole purpose of hunting down the Anniste. Morgs, she thought, the name coming unbidden into her mind. If only she could warn the women, tell them somehow. The Morg crouched to spring. Tekoah closed her eyes, willing herself to die silently, but feeling a low moan escape her despite herself. There was a high, gurgling sound. After that, a cacophony of snarls, hisses, and yowls. Tekoah's eyes flew open. The leader of the Morgs lay directly in front of her where she knelt, writhing in the snow. The sounds he made were choked, almost as if he were being strangled. Yet there was no visible assailant. The other Morgs were streaking away in terror, their leaping shapes making ghostly shadows on the snow. Tekoah knelt in the snow, watching, as the Morg died in front of her. When she could bear no more, she put her face in her hands. After a time, the sound ceased, leaving only a quivering silence. A shadow fell over her. Then a voice spoke quietly, but the sound shattered the eerie silence like breaking ice. So dies any creature who tries to harm you. Tekoah looked up. Black against white he stood. Braith. No dream this, unless it was all a dream. Perhaps her whole life was nothing but a dream. She tried to smile at the thought, but found she could not. Braith bent over her, scooped her up as though she were no more than a rabbit or a kitten. She felt a brief, fierce panic. The sorcerer! Escape! Oh, escape! Then only the warm hardness of his chest, his cloak around her, his breath against her hair, and she let herself go.